that I had never seen and didn't even know was even put into the courts and signed off by David Borings and Bruce Isaac. I also have that evidence, and where anybody who wants to look at it are free to look at it.
Great. I was reading through some of the information that you submitted to us, and as I came across it, am I mistaken that the T4 Terminator 4 movie is excluded from this lawsuit, or does it cover all 4 Terminator movies?
No, it covers all 4 Terminators and 3 of the Matrix, because the Matrix 2, 3 is the last Matrix. It's been the whole franchise has been Matrix franchise has been gathering dust for 7 years. Now, as for Terminator 4, I'm in the bankruptcy court for that movie for $380 million. I have already put in evidence that I wrote the Terminator, and called for the arrest of James Cameron, Israylite Heritage, and others who were involved in the theft. And that's exactly what it is, a theft case. The FBI clearly told me that back in 2001. I also have put liens on people because that's my property. And I was written up just recently, February the 4th, 2010. Anybody who wants to can pull up the Wall Street Journal, Sophia Stewart, where I'm asking the federal judge in the bankruptcy court to arrest James Cameron and others. The judge replied that they had no jurisdiction, but I put in the evidence because anytime you come into a federal court with that's a serious allegation, and people need to know that. When you put in you bring up a serious allegations, you better have proof to back it up because it's called contempt of court. You could go to jail, and I'm telling you right now, I won't be going to any jail because I put in the evidence to prove I wrote the Matrix and the Terminator. And it's undeniable, and I guarantee you nothing can knock it down. And this is why they were scared to go to a full trial court with me. They already knew they were going to lose. They also knew that it was going to be found out that they had committed fraud upon the court system, fraud upon the federal government's agency, copyright registration agency, and the state. James Cameron has confessed, and I put those confessions into both federal courts. The first confession is when he stole copywritten work from Holland Ellison. He stole a couple of things from Holland Ellison, about $75,000 worth. He paid $5,000 of that money for Holland Ellison to be quiet, to gag him. But he bragged that with Starlog magazine that he had stolen copywritten work. He had premeditated it. He knew when he went to the copyright office that he had already stolen Holland Ellison's work, 1 violation, and my work, 2nd violations. The second confession came when he spoke to Morley Safer from 60 Minutes, November the 22nd, 2009, when Morley Safer asked him, well, where did you come up with the Terminator concept? And he said, well, I had this dream where the Terminator was coming out of the flames. That is verbatimly out of my 1981 copywritten movie treatment.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
This is really something.
Are you surprised?
Continue.
Yeah, well, James Cameron is nothing but a thief and a liar. Avatar is just a cut and paste job of at least several different copywritten movies. Some of them go way back to 1998. Stargate 1, 1998. Spirit, I think it's 1985. The Avatar by Paul Anderson, a Russian writer. That's where he got the title from, 1978 book. Call Me Joe, about the paraplegic and the blue people. Pocahontas and John Smith, Disney. The hair that goes into the horse's ears, Fern Gully. Dancing with the Wolves, A Man Called Horse. I mean, I could go on and on, but I mean, everybody who goes to see the movie recognizes these movies in that movie.
I've heard
that work is copywritten.
Wow. No, I was saying that I've heard a lot about Avatar. They were saying that James Cameron was repeating older works that had already been done. It was like there's nothing original in this movie, except the technology that he took to put it together. But yes, I have heard that he stole a lot of that.
I don't think the technology is original or nothing, because that's old technology, because those floating mountains are clearly out of Stargate 1. And a lot of that is seen in other movies and other animation like Fern Gully, and if you go look at a lot of the stuff, and the storyboards are identical, verbatim. I can send it to anybody who wants to see it. I got all of it. It's verbatim.
Wow. So
his lawyer lied, and
no. I was just going to ask you, with you going up against these big wigs of Hollywood, has there been like any death threats or anything against you?
No, of course not. Why do you think Ray Charles lived to be an old man? He lived and died. He was an operative addict, but he lived to be an old man because he owned his copyrights. Why do you think a lot of the people are dead? Because they did not own their copyrights, like Biggie and Tupac. And probably Michael Jackson is why they killed him, because they were worth more dead than alive, because some people own their publishing rights.
Right.
Or what are they going to do? Kill her or kill me, because they might be able to buy them or cheat me out of them or steal them from me, because they tried several times to steal them from me, or thought they could cheat them out of me by trying to get me to sign over power of attorney quite a few times. They offered to buy them for chump change, $7 million and $5 million, and then the other one I just aborted without even looking at the money. So
wow.
Why do I need to take some chump change when I got the gift? The gift and I are one. Ask Tiger Woods. They can't separate him from his gift. They can't separate Michael Jackson from his gift, or any of the celebrities and people who are phenomenally gifted individuals. When that gift leaves the earth, it leaves with you, and no one can steal the gift from you. And anybody who's a liar is going to be shown up because they can't do anything else. Right. It's just like you saying you painted the Mona Lisa. What good is it going to tell people that you painted the Mona Lisa? You found it, you stole it. And what good is it going to do you to say you painted it when you can't paint anything else? You got to go out and buy stuff from other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's really profound, because...
Why would, what were you going to say? I
was just saying about the Matrix movies, you see a big difference from the first one to the second one to the third one. It's like, after the first one, they kind of lost an edge, and it's totally something different with the last two than there is with the first one.
Yeah, because they're trying to change the concept and trying to make it their own. And it's a gifted original concept. You understand what I said? So you can't steal it and make it your own, because it's going to flop and it's not going to go anywhere. And these people are in ignorance of that. They think because they create illusions, they create a lot of stuff in Hollywood, that they could create illusions to fool the people. But you can't fool the people. When they love a movie and they're into something, they're really into it. And then when you try to give them a copy or a substitute, or you try to give them some crap, people are going to come back and say they want their money back. What are you kidding me? You can't cheat people.
Right.
And they think people are so dumb that they can just give them anything and tell them it's popcorn. I can give you some Cracker Jacks and tell you it's popcorn. People know they've eaten popcorn for a long time. They know the difference between Cracker Jacks and popcorn. You don't understand? It's something different, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. There's a lot over the internet being said about you, about whether you won your lawsuit, and there's some people that say no, she didn't win it. There were some that say yes, she won it back in 2004. Give the people out of your own mouth just the result of the lawsuit that was filed against.
Yeah, because I want people to really understand that they didn't win anything. What did they win? Because they won nothing. They never disproved that I wrote The Matrix and the Terminator. There's no public statement saying I didn't write The Matrix or the Terminator. They fixed that case, and my lawyers, because of their misconduct and not my evidence not being entered in, is what caused an injury to me. Now, why do I say I've won both cases? Because I've put in the evidence in both cases proving I wrote The Matrix and the Terminator. I got my day in, that I never got to set a foot into California to even have a case. I never even got to go to trial. I got to even put my evidence in to prove that I wrote The Matrix and Terminator. Nothing, because these people prevented it. They prevented me from going to a deposition, because if I had gone to the deposition, it would have refuted the fraudulent emissions that David Boren and Bruce Isaac signed off on.